You can just add all the
Oh, the chair will be,
Oh my god, guys.
Oh,
Draw. Wait, why are you recording from there?
should be a higher
Should be
angle.
higher. Alright.
Like maybe put it on that step ladder. We
How
don't want
much chair
to.
we have?
Here, just put this on the table.
Yeah.
That's safe enough for me.
Safe enough for people.
Safe enough for
For a dude.
CC's.
And it's perfect size.
It's meant to be there.
Oh, why are you grayscale? Oh, you grayscale.
I'm a vampire. Shit, I've been
Is there
scared.
an effect? Wait. I have like a 3D mindfucker.
I actually am grayscale. What's going on?
I think there's like a
Oh
the
yeah,
edges
just
of the
yeah,
video.
yeah, the gradient.
Okay. Should you put it in the middle?
Is he going to be able to pick up our drawing? Probably not. Whatever.
Probably not. Hey, I mean, dude, no one's gonna watch this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Not even Billy.
We did make it 2 hours long. So there's no hope.
Where's my pen and my little L?
Everything that I want.
Wow.
We can also draw on the whiteboard.
Oh, that's
Also bring
true.
the whiteboard here.
Oh, it's a back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you anyone see my little L on my pen?
It's probably under one of these pieces of paper.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
I'm gonna hang this. Alright,
I
cool.
think we're overdoing it. Guys.
We definitely
Okay, number one rule. Never look at the camera.
I'll close the door.
I don't think we're overdoing it. It's just funny. But that's not. Okay, let's see what we can receive for. Hello, team. We need a team name.
Polar bear.
You can barely see it. There's a lot of glare, actually.
Team polar bear.
Oh, Poshin.
Team polar bear.
Pouring your sheet. Now I like put it here. Alright. It's a pushing.
Whatever, let's not worry about the video that
What's
much.
pushing?
Yeah. Pushing is this. They all have
Things
stickers.
to do.
Oh my god, come on! Is it going
Yeah,
already?
they want over here.
Nice recording.
Okay.
Alright, what is on this side?
Wait, 2A or 2 or 3?
Three.
3.
Yeah.
Does anyone want it?
3 what?
Sign three. That's the
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
side. We need more light.
We should turn this.
Yeah, I can't find the switch for that.
Oh shit.
Is it outside?
Whoa.
Why is this one not coming out?
Yeah. Are they working? The two middle ones are
The first 5 minutes will be people trying to find the switch.
I think it's good enough, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
Yeah, honestly. I think it's just that it's
It's not working.
yeah, it's not working.
Whatever.
I thought it's gold.
Oh yeah, just half of it is
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, call a meeting. Inventory.
Oh, are we supposed to keep notes? Like,
No, this
No,
time works.
like,
Yeah.
like drawing notes. Inventorying begins by calling a cohort meeting to discuss and debate the building's construction system. Blah, blah, blah.
Just gonna call the meeting.
Assemble your sources, surveys, construction documentation, images, articles, individual materials and systems narratives, and be ready, be prepared to actively communicate with cohort members to convey your understanding of the building. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Choose a method to document your discussion. Methods must include sketching and diagramming on the fly, but in addition may include taking notes. I can be a note taker. Okay.
Has anyone seen my printouts?
What would it look like?
They have
It's
colored
something
bars.
that's not yours.
Hmm?
Only, they have color.
You have color.
Color.
That's color.
This is mine. No.
Well, wait, do you need it as a resolution?
No, I mean, what's wrong?
Well, this.
It's all right.
Okay.
Let it be noted that emeralds do not have her drawings.
Okay,
no.
sketch and diagram the building following these 5 steps. Literally, each step should manifest as a conversation captured by a series of back and forth sketches and diagrams. Step 1, whole assumptions. What do you assume to be true about the building and the logic of its construction system?
What do you assume to be true about a building or logic of construction system?
It's a word.
Should we have an overview of all of them?
We can just start.
Yeah, we can just do stuff
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
so redundant that I feel like it's better to just go step by step.
Yeah, because we have to turn in stuff.
Yeah.
1 image per step, so we
Yeah.
should.
All right, sketch diagrams.
Well, it seems.
Step 1, whole assumption. So what the other team did was they tried to sketch, everyone sketched at the same time on the same page. It turned out to be not that efficient. So maybe we just,
We'll discuss in the discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I talk about it and then we individually sketch, then we present, sort of.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
And then, do we finally make a big drawing?
Maybe.
Individual
Or, yeah,
Individual
So we have to turn in 1 image per number. Per number, not per person.
so we can compile all
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
sketches and then just,
Oh.
that's one image.
and then finalize in one big, so everybody agrees upon it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have to have one drawing.
Right,
That,
yeah.
I think we just need to have a lot of
Composite
little
drawings.
drawings, one for each step at least.
And then I can go to this card.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to
Just
upload
start
maximum
drawing. Sketch
5 minutes.
Um,
Yeah, each image aggregating all the diagram sketches per step, so like 5 images, each one consisting of the diagram sketches.
Yeah, it could be each, image is like 6.
Yeah, 6 sketches.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. So are we not going to talk about this?
I had a previous sketch. So apparently, like there is a sort of there's sort of stone. There is sort of a stone base on the bottom. I'm thinking about the dips shouldn't be that big, but there will be like a concrete bedrock for the entire structure. And then I wasn't aware of like the sources we find that we actually have the last page. We have a basement. Yeah, we have a basement portion of the
Oh my
house.
God.
So I didn't know that. I didn't draw that here, but intuitively I think for a vapor barrier or for thermal purposes, it should be like suspended off ground ish, the first floor. So there is a big post right on top of the footing, and then there's like beams going across, and there's like cross beams, smaller ones, going that way, very, very conventional. And then, because do you guys remember we saw the wall section thing on on top? So there is actually the knocking thing in there, sort of masonry.
What is not?
It's like a combination of sand, all kind of like cheap stone material.
Yeah, the guy at the Revere house said it's a lot of times like older, like damaged bricks, like that they wouldn't otherwise be able to use. They just like get mortared in there for insulation.
So like, so I did a quick research on like normal conventional wood structures, because the wood panels for interior and exterior were so thin. For thermal reasons, they always have they always be like this, and then they have a thermal barrier insulation in between. And I think that's the noggin here. So that's being replaced by this. Right now we may be using a foam or whatever. So going up to the second story, right here. I wasn't looking at this when I was drawing though. So I noticed in our photos, I saw there's like beams going across. It's visible in the house. We were able to take pictures, but they're deeper. They're like skinny ones.
Yeah, so it would express like more like.
Yeah. But I didn't know it's like one big and one small.
It's like this sort of, like the girder and have some cross beams, smaller ones.
But here it expressed as like one big, one small.
Oh, alternating.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
But that's not what we saw in the picture.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Because the interior picture.
But that's not the basement, right? Like, the basement.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The first floor. Yeah.
Hmm.
Also the fatter ones and smaller ones. It seems like they didn't really care about the consistency of the material. You just find whatever you find.
So it's not like it's determined by whatever road is carried.
Yeah, and so the second floor, they have this small cantilever there.
Oh, this
Yeah, the thin, the little ornament there. So I'm thinking about a bigger post going across and at the two connection points, there should be some sort of bigger posts or gutter. And we did see the shape of that thing, the gutter, but it's more like an ornament. Because when I was looking at it, no, it's like I saw this thing, the exterior. But I have
Isn't it part of the beam?
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
funny.
beam.
It is.
I thought this thing.
It is, but like, it is broken. It doesn't look like it's continuous.
Is it actually broken?
We saw
I
it
think
in
it's just-
video.
I thought it-
A notch carved into it.
I think it cuts all the way through the wall. It says this thing.
So if that's there,
This is actually good.
there will be like a beam going across.
Yeah, I think it's like this. Like it goes through. It's just like
So
notched in. That's the same beam as that. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, so that shall be fixed.
I think one thing, you saw like vertical wooden posts, right?
On the corners.
Yeah, in the corner. So I think like some is it like completely segregated, or is it continuous in the middle?
Here, this one's here, but this one's continuous. I think that one's just not cutting at the.
Yeah, it's just at the back, right? So I think it's like a further right?
This should be a continuous. This should be a continuous piece.
Yeah.
Like that one. Let's take that one there.
Although, do you think the beam is on the exterior? I mean, I feel like most of the time the beams or the posts are like contained within the masonry envelope.
Yeah, I'm confused about the wooden part and the masonry part.
Yeah.
Like, when is it the beam and color?
I don't think the
I think it's
masonry
always
is
the
structural.
base.
No, the
No.
masonry is an infill for insulation.
Yeah.
Cheap insulation. So it's basically like a heavy timber construction, but there's masonry infill.
Yeah, because it's so porous. When we look at the thing, it cannot be structural at
Yeah.
all.
And they didn't have money to
It's
build
mostly mortar, it
the
seems.
planking that's usually done in, can you put that out? Like, what they usually do is with heavy timber and you put this. Is this wood? Or
Yeah, it looks
Sounds
like.
good.
It doesn't say.
looks like
Or
wooden
is it
siding
in
with some
Okay.
kind of insulation in between, but I guess still not that. No. Yeah. So normally it's like heavy timber here, with 3 layers of wood construction. Like inside is like insulation. Right here is insulation with brick.
Yeah.
Or
So what is the one layer of wood for the interior finish?
yeah, plus.
We talked about the plaster, right?
Plaster.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
leaving.
It's plaster, wood over plaster.
And then
Plaster of
Plaster
wood.
of
the other side,
Yeah.
yeah, the other side, you always need you need to finish the surface for the wood panels on the exterior. So you need another piece of wood going through like that. And
It's called wood clapboards on the outside.
yeah,
This is
and
wood clapboards.
Yeah.
but the posts, actually I drew this wrong. If we look at the bigger post, which is 3D structure right there, it is exposed outside. So this guy should be moved out. This guy's moved out of
You can
the,
see it here.
yeah, you can see that. There's another secondary thing right there. Some sort of thing.
Like this one, but a lot bigger.
What is that?
I drew this really small, but more like this kind of size
Uh-huh.
in the midst of that.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, I think that's very structural. Because there's one right on the inside that you see from the inside of the building. It's like a really big beam. That doesn't look very big to me.
Because it cannot be
Especially
a.
since the roof is angled.
It's not a weather barrier or anything
Is it
because
possible that it's exposed on the outside and inside?
maybe it's like
It's so
a,
thick.
oh,
No,
you
but
know,
it
some,
goes up. It's like,
There's-
unless it's carved
there's
in.
like- there's like Chinese wood structure. They have this. It's like a notch. Maybe it could be that.
Are you drawing this section?
Yeah.
Like this.
So
This is like
we're
a notch
seeing
on
that
top
part of it.
Yeah, it doesn't just cut
So it
through
is
but
part of the
it does-
beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is part of the beam, but like not necessarily two different parts.
But wait,
It's
no.
just like
This is something different though. This is the
gutter.
lateral beam. It's not the like this thing that we're seeing here is
Yeah, but,
longitudinal. So
this
it
is-
couldn't be a part of that because it would have to be continuous this way. Unless these beams were all
Like, what-
Is it,
abutting
we're
each other.
talking about this?
Yeah, we're talking about the long, thin one.
So it's this one, the notch.
Wait, which one?
This-
This
this-
one or this one?
No, we're
That
talking
second
about
one.
the inset down one.
So it could be this one then.
Yeah, it's a long one, but notch. It's like that. It's a long one.
So we're talking about this section thing.
It's like a window detail. You know, like you have the east of the
Yeah.
Yeah, so the window then coming in.
Because it's like you have the wall going up, but then this thing.
To me, it seems like that's just something to support like the little planks that are forming the underside of that
Yeah.
overhang. I don't think it's very structural.
Maybe it's just light structure.
Yeah, just light structure to hold up those little planks underneath the E.
Yeah.
Because look at end, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to end. It could be carved in some sort of really weird looping way, but I don't see why they do that.
Is it for the cantilever?
Yeah, because the house is a weird L shape, really constructed by the part, so maybe they needed another beam to support the part that's not matching, exactly matching the other part. Like, the plan is not straight up this way. Anyways,
Wait, what do you mean?
Because there's a little thing.
yeah. Can we move on to?
Also, like, all these pieces are notched. Like, everything is notched.
We need to see some metal ones. Metal ones on top. In the house.
Really? There's metal?
Yeah.
Where?
Corners. It's really weird.
Or just like decapped
Yeah.
corners?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're like falling off, but there might be just one,
I thought they were like wooden pegs.
yeah, normally it should be, but it might be like a 19th century edition.
Oh.
Just reinforcing us.
So the lily is going for the cantilever. What is supporting the cantilever? Of course, we have this huge beam right there, and we have. You were saying there's like a little one.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of a cantilever is there really?
It's like 2 feet most.
Yeah, so I think
It's just the floor.
I think it's just the end of this beam and then
I guess it's.
Oh, so like, is it possible to like not have that piece? Like, if we have a secondary beam right here, the floor just suspends right there.
although I don't know, this seems the way I drew it, because there
Well,
are
it has
very
to be
large
going that way.
beams on the corner of where the wall meets the floor that are actually exposed. So I feel like that beam would form a continuous connection between the masonry and the masonry above and the masonry below.
What will help?
Like,
You're saying the beam so thick that it supports both?
yeah,
I mean, you rest on the masonry
It
below,
will-
but
the
and
post
supporting
above.
this. Yeah.
yeah.
Holy
Does that make sense?
That's a fat beam.
I mean, they were pretty big. They were like this tall, those beams. Like, does anyone have those interior pictures
Yeah.
that Grace sent
There's
us?
a couple of details of
Because the overhang is really only like
It's
this
like a
much.
foot.
I mean, yeah. It's,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I guess you can't see it, but yeah. What is that?
Those are the good.
That's Nagi.
Oh, okay.
That's the, like,
It's a brand.
I thought that was, yeah, the kid
Go
lunch or
back to
something.
the, like, on the ceiling there, the ribs, right? Is it that? Is it just like
this.
another one of that? Yeah, the rib, right?
Yeah.
So is it this, or is it something else?
We're talking about things that's going this way.
Well, if the rib sticks out, then.
Yeah, because if the rib goes like that, and then it, outside that window, we will see that, right? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I'm saying like if you're sectioning this way on.
Yeah. But it just happens that we section like that.
Yeah. Possible.
Yeah.
Because the huge bird is pushing it out and we see the secondary ones, maybe one is exposed.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it makes
that's
sense.
possible.
It makes sense, and so they cancel because it's not that both ways, right?
Right.
So it cantilevered this way, so we don't see all the. If it's cantilevered the other way, we'll see all the little things. But it doesn't make sense structurally, right? You would want like cantilever to be like that, right? And the outside part of the ribs like this are not at all
Mhm.
under right? So I don't know.
Yeah, it will only make sense if all these ribs are going that way.
To cantilever out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense. But I think like they're ancient people, so they're not as smart. I don't know.
Oh, well, but what if?
They weren't Asian though.
Ancient people.
Sorry.
But I didn't say it, I thought he said it.
can we leave that part? And,
Yeah.
so we got the roof structure.
No, we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, so we went from the foundation to wall to here.
To the.
What about, let's talk about roof first. and then-
Okay, the roof, I sort of did it haphazard-ish. Because it's really steep.
Yeah.
I think it's trying to create room for attic.
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah. And
Yeah, go for it.
connections of like, the roof connection there. Traditional ways to do that, there's a few ways to do that, from my understanding of this. If it's like a notching thing, sometimes people do that. So like,
This little part of this beam.
yeah, that's the roof. I'm joining section.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's the, whatever.
Mhm.
People, like, will carve out like a notch, like that.
Just
Yeah.
And then rest it in the bin. And that whatever secondary, skinnier parts, just sticks out to protect, to let the water, fall from there. But like, this sort of construction works intuitively. Like, I feel like 45 degree is really hard to fabricate already, to have that. But our roof is so steep.
Why is it difficult?
I mean, what
No,
is
If
it
it's a
about-
really
what-
low angle, it's difficult.
Yeah, when it's like so steep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it should be.
the force is going like down instead of
Uh-huh.
pushing out. It should be easier.
I don't know.
But the way you cut the wood, I'm just
Why
trying.
about it not?
I'm thinking about the way you chop the little piece. But yeah, like you see that sort of connection there. That's what I'm talking about. That's the.
It's like a
Yeah,
hidden
look, you can
notch.
see there's like a little like bolt or whatever in there.
Uh-huh.
That probably is going through that little nut.
Okay, so you guys saying when the roof is so steep, it actually solves the problem
What is-
by introducing more.
Without it, so
The problem is when you have more, the wood grain is going that way. So when you're trying to chop it,
How do you find that space here?
yeah, it's just easier to work around.
Well, versus if it's like that, then you have more space. Because this side is really
Yeah.
so much.
But like you guys were saying, this is steep enough, so like maybe that's complementing this whole structure.
If they just plug in the thing inside, just make it easier instead of cutting much.
Is that possible?
How does it connect? Other ways of
Wait,
connecting.
what?
It's cutting into the beam.
Other ways of connecting to the, oh yeah, this is directly into the beam.
what do you mean?
Into the beam? What do you mean?
But this, like, they cut a notch.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's not cut like that, but it's just a very deep notch.
Yeah.
But
Or-
what
Or
about-
it can just rest on
What
the
if they
beam.
notched the actual beam, like this kind of thing, and then the smaller beam just like fits into that big notch in the beam?
Normally,
It looks like there's like a huge weak point here.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
normally you know.
the force is going that
Well, it wouldn't be
way.
notched that much.
I think it weakens.
Yeah.
So, a few proposals.
Because this
But
little notch
this notch going to be really weak
but
too.
it's only taking lateral forces from the roof, right?
Yeah. But this is only taking
So the
some
few
of that force
proposal
too.
is number one, that sort of cut onto the beam. The second is So what?
These are E, right?
Yeah.
There's another one, then you add another member.
Yeah, I didn't
So you have this, and then on top of this, this. And you add it.
Okay, good idea.
15 for that one. Like this one.
But yeah, how does it connect with this one? Like, is there
Wait,
some nail? What is that thing?
Because you're not looking at it from.
Well, this is
you're
this
looking at
thing.
it from this angle. You're saying there's another piece.
Where's the triangle? Where's the? Because everything's perpendicular right now.
Wait, so this thing is this. Right?
Okay,
This
is
is the.
Wait,
Oh.
the triangles are on there.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
you're
drawing
drawing
it
the
from.
opposite
Yeah,
direction.
you're doing like
Yeah.
animation sort of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I'm like, where's my roof?
So how is the being configured? I just it's just a
Is it a big frame?
Yeah, is it always continual with this?
It looks- is that
or
for
it's
You mean if this continuous, so
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
so that there's a
No,
E?
not? Yeah.
No,
or not?
that's just there could be a secondary piece of wood
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
And what is the advantage of having one more of this? Because what we're drawing is that we eliminate these.
It's
Support-
really
support-
support the alley.
So it's just to support this, or is,
Or you support the whole attic on top of it.
There's a few reasons for that. So when you have a house, thermally, based on my understanding. So, from a thermal perspective, the heat will trap. So your attic always super hot. So there is always an advantage of deepening the ceiling there and adding sort of barrier there. So you try to eliminate hot airs to get trapped into the attic. But we have an attic room. That could be a structural reason to have it.
yeah.
Have a
makes
bigger
sense.
gutter there.
Yeah.
Because if not, sometimes we don't draw those because we expose the roof. So like when you are there's like a church, you see it increase the height of the roof. So you don't have anything there.
but in this case, we do have that.
We do have an attic. No, even there's like some building, they have like sort of a partial attic. Yeah. So anything in this volume, they don't need this narrow gutter because you want to increase the view of the height by any point on there on the
Also, it's almost act like a tensile member because rather than this distributing lateral load to these beams, it's distributing it to this.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not
very
pushing
true,
exterior
because
walls.
The timber properties are not very good at bending. They're
Yeah.
very good at tension
Tension.
and compression.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Does this drawing represent the roof that we have?
That's who
Like,
knows?
knowing,
What was it? What was it?
Is it not?
so like,
The
is
same time.
there anything that you
Temporary.
see, yeah, here
I
that
think-
you think is not represented in our house? Yeah.
One thing I will say is
But we don't have this though, do we?
we don't have those
No.
bracing, but like we don't need as much those cross bracing
Yeah,
as
it
well.
doesn't, in this picture, the attic, there's no cross bracing.
Yeah, because one of the reasons is that our roof is so deep, so steep. So there won't be that much like
Oh, there is one little thing.
there
Oh.
won't be that much of
Lateral.
Lateral forces.
Yeah. It's mostly just downwards.
In this image too, they have this and they call it a wind brace.
Oh, it looks like a wind brace.
It looks more like a cross.
Oh, so it's more to stop the roof from collapsing inwards
This
rather
way?
than hold it.
This.
Oh, X.
Yeah, no, it should be,
Something.
so we still have this. But how come it's not showing
Well, this sounds
Oh,
weird
it
though,
does.
because this might be buried in.
in the brick?
It could be bigger. There are
Or it
also
could
like
be,
many
it could
different
be
parts
just
of the
at
roof.
the edge of the window.
No, it should extend to this. If it's
Is it
a
this?
structural
Yeah.
member. Or it could be, yeah, buried in
This
the
the
brick
other side,
on the
'cause
other side.
look, this building is weird because it's L shaped, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Wait,
is
what is that?
rectangle.
What is that?
What is this?
What is that? Like, recording? Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
insulation.
But why is it
No, it's
above the roof line?
it's like so this you have this triangular part and then it goes up.
Oh,
Sometimes it goes up.
that side.
And then also I think this brace is not here where the picture is. The brace is here.
Yeah, so like if we align these two points, the brace is just
Yeah.
at the edge of the window, so it's sort of buried within the frame.
Outside. No, I mean not in this picture. but-
The other side.
Okay, so I feel like we need to stay on task a little bit.
Yeah.
So part 1, do we want to submit our like updated sketch of choice for whole systems and then plus some notes?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's good that we show the original, and then we make marks.
The
on
revised
it.
version.
Yeah.
Maybe I should scan
We can
this
scan these
crap
too.
first.
Oh, that's scanned, yeah.
I need to scan this for my own assignment 1
Right.
submission. But like
We don't have to.
Wait, is that the original drawing that you haven't scanned?
It
yet?
could be.
No.
No?
No.
I thought I was supposed to find a picture and compare the way you gave it is.
I did this for part 2B.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just compare
But the notes were all.
compare the Paul Revere house to like the contemporary.
Yeah.
Drawing that you found.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
But whatever.
talking about part A. Where did you draw that?
Yeah, some people, I did and you did, but
The
a lot of
language is
people did it.
confusing.
Yeah, I said draw conclusions. The
Yeah.
connections I didn't draw
Yeah.
physically or what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
okay.
it doesn't matter. So we can submit
Step 1 for
maybe even Troy and Sasha's drawings both for
Yeah,
part
sure.
1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And notes.
Step
So,
2. Part dissection.
We sort of did it already, right?
Part dissection?
Yeah.
Should
Well,
we
that's-
just like
that's
make
kinda what we
a
did.
formal list of all the parts though?
Okay.
Like
Well,
not
they
all
give
the
you their
parts, but like-
instructions. Inventory each one of the following parts: primary, secondary, and tertiary materials.
Yeah. So like,
Okay, and then
secondary would be like the infill in the wall, right?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
And then plaster would be the tertiary.
How many years?
Right, okay, so materials, primary.
Yeah.
Primary.
The
it says-
beams.
Hammering
Wood,
wooden,
wood.
yeah, wooden masonry.
Timber beams, columns.
Yeah, I'm still
The
completely.
foundation, well not the foundation, but the bottom of the wall, that masonry.
Cigar
would be-
shingles for roof. Walls would exist.
Oh,
Like it's noted, on their roof is,
Cedar shingles on the roof. That would be secondary though.
Yeah.
yeah, let's go down. the-
Structure is primary.
okay, so primary materials, we have the wood beams and columns, and stone
The
foundation.
foundation is
Yeah.
granite, fieldstone,
Granite what stone?
fieldstone.
Field?
Stone
Yeah.
for the bedrock.
What's the primary?
And then wooden clapboards, it says.
The stuff in the walls.
That's
on
not
the
primary,
walls.
that was it.
No, I would say that would
Okay, so
be
primary.
secondary.
Primary, we
That
have the
seems like-
wood beams and columns, granite field stone foundation.
How about
And the brick,
masonry?
chimney.
Brick.
But that's skin, like, so a structure is primary, the skin will be secondary. And
The structural chimney
I mean,
is brick.
it's the structure of the chimney. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's brick.
Okay.
Brick.
And it has like a partition wall that's brick.
Does it?
Well, maybe later. Yes.
Okay.
It's flat, look. That is.
Oh, that's
This
brick?
is not,
Well, it's continuous
not
with
wood.
the chimney,
Yeah,
so.
it's chimney.
Okay, cool. It's
It's
brick.
brick.
Okay, secondary.
When I look at the section, it's kind of cool section. Because it's not, I was wrong.
Everything's slightly.
It's like Harry Potter.
So.
Secondary.
Wood platform.
Yeah, with clapboards. Would you call this?
And not
wood
in-
over plaster or plaster over wood?
It's plaster over wood on the interior.
Plaster over wood.
Because what you see on the interior
Like
is
this.
plaster.
It's plaster.
Just the bottom. There's some wood actually finishing on the inside too.
Yeah, because plaster
Certain
has to be
parts.
applied on glazing, not
Mason.
But I'm
wood.
saying in some places the wood is on the exterior as well.
Yeah.
There's some.
So is it mason, plaster, and wood, right?
No.
No.
Well, okay. In
No.
some places it's masonry, wood, and plaster,
Mason and wood.
and then in other places there's wood on top. I don't know if it's on top of the plaster. Probably not. It's probably just on top of the other wood.
Yeah, you need a, like, right now, modern construction, you always put up plywood,
Mhm.
and then you brush for it, then whatever color you want. Like, that, all those are wood, yeah.
Okay. So in some places it's masonry, wood, plaster, wood.
Yeah. No, no. Well, I think just no plaster in those cases. It's probably just masonry, wood, then the nice wooden siding on top of that.
On not even the wood inside.
Well, there are this one.
Because you see.
That's like the fishery.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Because
It's just a decoration.
Like the directly cuts through the plaster and you see the mason. Right?
Yeah, you mean where they cut through the wall?
Yeah, yeah.
Also, you're
No, but
saying
most
there's no
of the-
wood, it's plaster on glazing.
Yeah,
over
and then if
masonry.
there's wood, and then there's on top plaster.
Yeah, no, that's pretty true. Like
But
one-
why would you put the wood? Why would you put plaster underneath the wood?
Maybe they added it afterwards.
Oh, there's no, we're not supposed to, like, plaster underneath the wood, it's just wood.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so in addition to the clapboard, nogging is probably secondary.
Yeah.
Is our shingle part of the secondary or? Should be a
It's
second-
secondary.
Shingles like on the roof.
Yeah.
Does it say what they're made of?
Cedar
Cedar.
and the glass of the windows. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
is secondary.
Is that tertiary or? Oh, maybe it's part of the skin.
I mean, I don't know how you define. For me, I would think
When
secondary.
you wrap around the columns, they put the thick shell around the columns. That's like,
Right.
that's like
I would call that tertiary. I think
So-
something that
Decorative.
exposes the interior to the exterior, if you take it away, I would call that secondary.
Okay.
So we define structure as primary,
Yeah.
envelope as
Secondary.
secondary, finish as tertiary.
That's the way I would define it.
Yes.
The things that the metal hammer is about.
Guys, I found something super cool. It's not very relevant to what I'm doing, what we're doing right now. And check out the beams up there. It increases size.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's so weird, right?
Maybe it's just for this one.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, it's kind of.
I don't know.
It's cool how the
It's cool.
units
Yeah.
vary so much.
That's so labor intensive to do that. And all because it's like.
Yeah, because there's so little mass production, I guess.
But
back
anyways,
then.
let's get back on this. Tertiary.
That would probably be relevant at some point.
Plaster
huh?
for secondary or tertiary?
Tertiary.
Plaster.
Plaster and like.
Because they have wood paneling.
Yeah, wood
Yeah.
floors and paneling. Wallpaper.
Oh, I think.
What is it waiting for?
What about the wooden boards for the floors, though? I think that would be secondary, right?
That's true.
What else?
The wooden
Wooden
planks for the
Okay.
board. I don't know.
Wood planks.
For the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like tertiary though, because it's just.
End of the document.
But
I'm-
tertiary, isn't there another finish over the planking? Like wooden
Yeah.
planking is one part, flooring is another part?
Well, that's how it is in like the contemporary example,
I
but in the
think
part
in
of your
this
house, I
one-
don't think there would be
Yeah.
extra layers.
Yeah, but I think if you took that away, there'd be no
There's
floor,
no-
so I would call it
yeah.
secondary.
Yeah.
Like there's no tertiary in this one.
Yeah. on
So
the
it's
floor.
it's more of an envelope than a finish. So we can
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
secondary.
There's no growth for the green.
I don't have rails for.
That's pretty tertiary. There's the doorknobs.
Oh, yeah.
And for the ornaments, like the
Yeah.
rabbits, how do you define that? That's not.
I'd say that'd be tertiary.
Tertiary?
Seems
Yes.
fair.
Oh, God.
Glass, yeah.
Yeah, we said glass.
Glass is
Oh,
secondary.
secondary.
Yeah.
Which one? Is it, how do you choose?
Yeah, I just wanted to see the plans. Oh, okay. Here's it.
Mortar? Do we need mortar?
Oh, yeah.
That would go with
Oh.
logging, right?
Yeah.
Masonry and mortar.
Is that, I guess that's secondary.
What is it?
Mortar?
Mortar.
Mortar.
Mortar is between
The bricks or the masonry.
to bind it.
With the
It's like what you put
Like the
between bricks so
cement.
they stick together, like the cement stuff.
Oh, those stuff.
What about the like metal frames in the windows?
Are there metal frame?
Yeah, I call that tertiary.
No.
No.
Is there a metal frame?
Well, if we're calling the
Some-
border secondary, then we have to call those
Yeah.
secondary as well.
Where did it come from?
Oh, yeah, from Venice. Venetian.
I was distinguishing between the brick finish on the outside and the infill that's
Yeah, I would
between
do the red brick.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's the nogging, right?
Yeah.
The nogging and the clay.
Nogging and clay.
So right now I have masonry as a primary
We have
material.
a wood gutter.
Okay,
That's what we sell. Wood gutter.
Oh, true. Oh, and then there's the pipe.
Is it wood
Oh,
or
it's metal.
it's metal?
Is it?
It should be more than, it might be like a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably new.
They add a
But the
lot
thing
of
is,
stuff.
are we distinguishing between what's new and what's old?
No, we should not get
I think we're just looking
We
at the house
should
as it
take the house at
exists.
face value.
Yeah,
and say,
they
This is
have
what
a
we saw.
heating system. Well, that's the next
Oh,
question.
no.
right?
Are we even
We
gonna?
also have a electricity wire grid.
Inventory each system of the building.
Where are the outlets?
All right.
Okay, do we need any visual representation of the materials or just a list? Like, do we want to like highlight something on the
I mean, I
plans?
think we need images for
Can
each
we
page, right?
Put all our,
Put it text and
yeah.
have it in. We should do that kind of drawing. Like here we have a section of elevation. Like just do that and then
Yeah.
there's a square of material in there,
Yeah.
like an image there, but like you click it.
We can enlarge.
Mhm.
And then you do that.
I think
Yeah.
that one.
Like that's nice too.
So we can share our drawings, right, for
It's
this?
just one per cohort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes sense.
yeah, that kind of drawing always looks nice.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, we can do, someone can do this after. the
Yeah,
meeting.
we just keep that in the note.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna. We
And
distribute
we're
the.
gonna do step by step and someone will compile them.
Yeah, we distribute the work afterwards. We're just trying to sort out what's on the table.
All right.
Okay, so primary secretary, okay, now we
Should we
do.
write down that we're gonna do that diagram or?
We think that will happen.
Okay.
And then
Must have
we'll
been
go
made.
again.
Hey, Jen, how do you call that? Lacquer?
Lacquer?
Lacquer.
What is that?
The stuff to preserve the wood.
Oh, yeah, right, because we always do that.
Primary units, materials.
Oh. All right, family units.
Yeah, I don't know how
No
we're gonna-
units.
Yeah, right.
It's like modern construction is 4x4, right? But then like, in
It
this
says, are they bricks,
Yeah.
blocks, boards, sheets?
Well, we have bricks, we have pieces of discarded bricks.
Yeah.
So we have bricks as one.
We have bricks, yeah.
I mean, we can give approximate dimensions for the bricks, I guess.
Yeah.
They're like some
And
flat
approximate
bricks, right?
dimensions for the clapboards. But the beams and stuff,
They're all very like,
yeah.
They're about.
I mean, we could give an approximate
So we
size
have
for
bricks
this.
and blocks as foundation. For brick dimension, I have a measurement.
Some
Have
is
your
like-
finger on it? I have that for the
How big are the
clapboards.
beams? Some are like 13 inches deep.
Yeah.
30 inches deep?
13.
Oh, I just measure one.
So we call it a foot.
Yeah.
Do you think the
But
bricks
then
are
I
like
think-
3 by 14 inches?
We
Or
could
2 by
remember that they
10
are very,
inches?
very thickness.
A foot by
3
what?
by 10.
A foot by three.
Three,
Four?
I'd say about 3.
3 by
Yeah, that's good.
Let's
Like
see,
10.
when we talk about a foot by,
It's like this is a foot.
No,
This
it's
is
five.
3 by 10 inches.
Like this is.
Three,
12, 3 by 12. It looks like the ratio is more like 1 to 4.
Oh yeah, they're really long.
Yeah.
I think there's standard brick size.
Really good.
We just pick one.
I don't think a brick is a foot long.
no,
It's
no,
not-
it cannot be
Five.
that long.
No, there is a standard brick size.
Like 2 by 8
Pretty
maybe.
standard.
But
You can't have like
are
a-
those done by those
I don't know.
standards?
Maybe.
Those are tiny bricks. I remember that.
Huh.
They're like,
So the blocks in the foundation, I'm just gonna say like vary in size.
and they vary in
rough.
size. See, every few layers they have a small one.
Well,
So,
these are just
orientation.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
based on 90 degrees.
Well,
It's the same brick but 90 degrees.
Okay, that means there has to be
Two
1 by
layers.
2. The proportion of it is 1 by 2 or something.
So basically,
Yeah, 1 to 2.
Yeah, 1 to 2. So like there's one layer that's like this. The other layer will be doing that, and the other will be doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
Stack it.
this is good stop.
But that's for
stop
the
water.
depth, not the height of the brick. The height is of course the same no
But
matter
then,
what the orientation.
normally with construction, you have a void inside. It says, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
it's more like,
Yeah, no, it's just
it's
the
more like
length and the width.
1 to 3, because you have a void.
Oh,
between.
I see.
I just remember looking at someone laying bricks. It's not all bricks. It's like in between there's something.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it looks pretty 1 to 2 to me.
Oh yeah, right.
It does.
On that it looks on the table.
It's just a
Yeah.
completely from
Yeah, it's
superficial
completely-
observations.
Alright, what to do?
Yeah,
It's
It's
good
pretty
to
1 to
know
2.
that though.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I writing for brick size? It
One,
says
two.
a normal brick size is 3 5/8 inches by 2 1/4 by 8. So I
Oh, it's
think
definitely not
I think
bad,
we
though.
can say 2 by 8 by 4.
Cool.
Okay, and then the blocks and foundation was like roughly cut, vary in size because
do that what
They
was
do.
available. I guess the next other one is the platform.
The beam.
and then beams were saying a foot by 8 inches.
The
Does
direction.
anyone else get?
A foot by 8?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, a foot by 8?
That's
A
way more than a
foot.
foot though. That's more than a
Foot.
foot.
This is a
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah, a foot by 8 inches.
That seems about
Well,
it.
yes,
I feel like they are skinny.
someone's gonna
The
do
main
Some are skinny,
beam.
some
On the
are-
main ones?
The main door is only.
That's, I agree with a foot by 8.
Yeah, they all vary in size so much anyway. It's a foot by 8 inches. It's something like that.
Just gives you a ballpark.
They try.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's something like
the
The
platform.
blackboards are this big.
It's two.
It's one flash that finger.
It's this little.
From my measurements, it's 4.25.
Could be any.
4 inches.
4.
And then how like long is each piece? And here it sort of
I mean,
shows
of course,
you
there's a
if
bit
you
of
have a scale.
overlap. I think there's a bit of overlap though.
5.
Yeah.
4.
Oh, you divide the 5 minutes. What else is there?
I mean, we don't know this dimensions of the lathing.
So it's about like 4 feet long per piece.
5 inches back.
That's pretty long.
This by this thick.
Yeah.
5,
Like,
an inch, half an inch.
1.
like 3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch. All right.
What
Moving
is
on.
The thickness of the wooden
Clapper.
siding.
On the rooftop thing.
The shingles
Is
are
it
square.
3/4?
Yeah, an
Okay.
inch.
They're the same material.
And looks like it's a
Or is that
material.
something?
You mean
But,
there?
Over shingles.
well,
No, it
it's
says
on the same
cedar.
side, so.
They told us it was cedar.
So everything is cedar. It makes sense. I mean,
Cedar
there
shingles.
should be cedars everywhere.
Which is the present color?
They painted it.
Yeah.
And like colorblind, is it not brown, right?
It's like greenish brown.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
brown?
it's greenish grayish brown.
It's gray, right? I see it
This
gray.
is
Yeah,
brown.
I see it as gray.
What?
It's like greenish grayish
Am I
brown.
colorblind?
I see it as green.
I know. That's
The
the
shade.
To me, it's
Does that
gray.
not look gray to you?
Yeah,
That's great.
it's totally good.
Because I was asking the tour guide, and she's like, it's brown. I was like, what? Have I been colorblind my whole life?
So how
Bright
wide
green.
is the shingles are on top? How wide?
Is it drawing? Yeah,
Uh,
it's drawing.
I mean, I would imagine like this one. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
actually know. Like 6 inches,
Mhm.
5
So
inches.
it does look like a little bit bigger than the grain of the clapboard. So it would be like 6 inches.
5 by 6 by 0.75.
Okay.
That's alright.
And the stairs, another.
That would be a
I
complex
think it's the
assembly.
same brick, isn't it?
Alright, complex assemblies.
Windows, doors, stairs.
Do we want to guesstimate what type of metal they are?
Oh, we just need to
Iron.
We want to guess how to
I don't think we need to guess material, we just list
Yeah, it's
the
okay.
complex.
You can't use it.
No, it's complex assembly.
No, it's like we have metal as a primary material. But we don't know what kind of metal is.
Sticks,
Which part are you?
we're talking about the
Gold.
primary units of material.
I know.
Which
So,
material?
Are we
Okay.
talking,
Not
are we
about the
adding?
material.
I think if we have the bricks and the beams and like the clapboard
Enough.
and
Yeah,
blocks, I think those are like the main things. We don't need to like give dimensions of what like a door handle would be.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, let's move on. Complex assemblies, they just list the complex
okay,
assemblies.
windows.
Windows,
Doors.
stairs, ornaments, the
A pen,
Stairs.
what is it called?
independence.
Pendant, yeah, the pendant.
That sounds complex though, isn't it?
No, it's just a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Pendant. I mean, they put on.
Wait, is it one piece of wood? No, I don't think it's that important, really.
Just compared to the house. That's,
Our house is.
I don't think we need
Yeah.
to talk about the pendant.
Yeah,
It's like
I feel like
ornamental.
it's kind of silly to talk too much about.
What about the chimneys?
Electric fireplace, electric.
Yeah, yeah.
the whole system.
Is that complex?
Oh, yeah.
I think one thing that's really complex is like where the joists and the beams meet the posts.
So the whole structure of frame.
yeah, that's basically like
Notching.
I feel like the main structure of the house is actually kind of complex.
The
Are
frame
you
grill,
just-
the whole thing though.
Yeah, these corners here.
so where the column, girder, and, what is the column? What is this column? The purlin?
Is it a joist? I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know
like, what do you
terminology
call
very
this?
well.
Just all the 4 points where these points
Yeah.
are. Like there's a terminology.
Isn't this a post and beam construction? Isn't that what this kind of thing is called?
Yeah.
See ya?
These are
No,
fascia.
no, that's the fascia board.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, fascia.
There's more
material,
things.
like-
There's the metal fascia. I don't know, just drawing that.
I think it's just
Is it
roof to
studs?
column. Roof column connection. Roof frame to column.
Connection of everything.
Just
So
connection,
structural,
yeah.
structural framing and
Yeah,
connections.
like-
all notches.
That's all right.
And the windows, the glass, and the metal.
Everything's like the electricity.
Yeah, I got
and
windows.
I mean, the window construction itself. And then the glass.
We got frame.
Yeah, well, that would be part of the assembly of the window, right?
Can you mention how the house is tilted and how that is, what's on the center?
So that's the next part, the non-structural and the structural. Inventory system. So every part compromises with it.
Who's on this part?
So we just need to list these, right? Okay, so
Oh, we
primary
just
components.
list them. We don't have to.
No.
That is an inventory each.
Right.
Although, yeah, okay. Hopefully, we don't have to diagram them.
Because later on we have to talk about how they were doing.
Primary components, or any other singular elements of the system. What are the primary components of the system?
I think this.
The whole structure.
Timber frame.
Timber frame structure.
Sure, we don't.
Yeah, I know, it's extremely.
No, I think it's just
limited.
because our thing is super
So it's basically one thing. It's like it's like
Yeah.
one wood. That's it.
Once the punchline's out,
Brick.
maybe just the primary structure. And then maybe the primary materials are the same as the primary components.
I think if we're thinking like the primary component of the structural system is probably the term differentiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can.
And that's the
Yeah, I
one
think
that's,
that's.
really each system has to do.
Do you think they made a flooring? Like now we when we do something we have like cement base.
One single thing.
Like under the whole
What?
structure.
The house. Yes, it's just to make the thing flat.
It was not that.
So it's not like
It's not flat.
soily, like really woozy and kind of collapse in like seconds.
What would they make that out of back then?
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
we already have a granite?
They use
Is it
concrete.
granite
Just
floor?
put kind of like-
Is it a granite floor?
Granite
Is
or
it like a granite like geometry? I don't know.
maybe for the first one.
I know from Roger Chinese Housetown has this like green granite thing as a foundation rock.
But they're not going to build the granite town, so they're not going to take it. Right? Maybe
It's
not.
not-
Maybe they have like
really?
gold and shit like that, right?
Wow.
They just like
To the bedrock.
a piler. I don't know. How do they do that? How do they secure like a wooden house and floor?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the house itself is like.
I mean, the basement's probably
Enough
like
of
dirt
it's
or
on the
rock or whatever
structure.
on the
Maybe it's
ground.
dirty,
There's just
but
nothing in there.
Whatever, right?
Right. Well then, yeah.
Like the sustainable.
What is this question?
Oh yeah, do they have like pilot just to the soil over the house? They just sit on the soil. I don't know.
It sits on the granite foundation, which is sits on soil.
It just sits on soil.
Yes, it's in soil. That's why it's at pivot right now.
Yeah,
Because
that's why.
the soil sacks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking. Do you think they have like a floor finish?
No.
So that's why it's acting.
They didn't like now.
Yeah, now they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, houses do that.
I bet they don't. I bet they don't even have a retaining wall. The plus is really close to the
I doubt
ocean.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Inventory the building envelope.
Wood.
So we have
That's
the
basically
the-
all this.
That's the wood panel.
yeah, the
stuff,
wood
right?
clapboard.
With clapboards, nogging.
That's not. Is it the envelope?
It's not. I'll have some glass.
Oh, just the very exterior. I mean,
Glass.
it's-
The cover glass. Windows.
And tanks. These are very pretty. They're probably so building envelope. We
It's
have,
a cover glass.
shingles.
yeah.
I mean,
And
I don't know if you
brick
call this
Oh,
part
yeah,
of the
brick, yeah.
envelope.
It's not envelope.
It's not. Well, I guess
And then-
there's basements in there, but whatever.
Wait, is this nothing?
No, it's not, it's.
That's
Yeah.
mortar.
Yeah. Should I figure out what the hell? How
That's
does
the
this?
pipe, actually.
How
That's
does
the
this
drain.
connect to the?
That's
the one?
encased in wood. I don't know why.
Oh, wow. So we have the.
Okay. Building envelope. Structural system.
Wood.
Timber frame.
Timber frame with brick.
Is this a different category?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it a different
Yeah.
part?
No,
Or
it's
could
still
we
part
collapse
two.
it? Because maybe we just collapse it.
That's fine.
We might as well just have a list of each
It's
thing.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Answer
just,
all the questions.
it'll look pretty.
Yeah, well, at least we
Okay.
have-
And then stone
Have the
stone
extra credit
foundation.
going, guys. Come on.
Hi.
Did you wave at the camera? Oh no. Number one rule of filmmaking.
We love it.
Yeah, we should write it with
I
love.
think
But we have to say it really slowly so when we speed up the video, she can hear it.
Non-structural.
Okay. Non-structural.
Non-structural would be the logging.
This one and this one.
Don't say that.
Non-structural
It's like the start of like a horror film.
system.
What's non-structural?
Do you think the walls are freestanding by themselves?
The walls.
Yeah.
They're held up by the timber.
Yeah.
It's a
So the
timber
floor
frame.
is
It's
non-structural.
not-
So the non-structural would be the noggin and.
Yeah.
And,
I would think the noggings are freestanding. Like they're not supporting.
Nogging's not
they're-
structural.
They're supporting themselves.
They probably are freestanding, but I don't think you could use them to support anything.
Okay. So is that structural?
Non-structural.
If they're supporting themselves, like non-structural elements should be something that.
No, structural meaning you have to carry dead and libraries.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a pencil isn't a structural system if it's in the building, even though it supports itself. You know what I feel like it has to be contributing to the greater structure.
It doesn't support.
Non-structural first.
Right, non-structural have nogging and finishes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Shingles is
Windows,
an envelope.
glass.
Yeah. Thermodynamic. There will be some overlap.
Thermodynamic will be.
Nogging.
Hmm.
And windows.
What about the chimney?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should mention that it's like a masonry.
Yeah.
The one who built the chimney was wood anyways. Best estimation, masonry.
I make you put it on it. It's not made out of wood.
Why my house keep burning down?
Oh, yeah. Just be careful.
Is that off the
Environmental-
What is environmental control? Windows?
Environmental control.
Like,
Seems very similar
airflow.
to
Yeah, the
thermodynamics.
doors.
Airflow, regulation of light, air.
We can say this.
Water.
We have a masonry core of like the chimney, and then we have like 3 small apertures on the perimeter, which is like controlling the heat from the
Mm.
skin.
So, like, are you talking about elements that actively regulate the environment?
No, just environment control in general. Like how does the house like maintain heat?
Yeah, I mean, well, because if you're speaking about passive systems as well, then like all of the nogging and stuff is also part of that system.
Of course.
So the for thermodynamic, I have nogging and then the masonry chimney / fireplace. Environmental control, I have the masonry core and apertures.
Yeah.
Someone, those needs to have windows and doors.
Yeah, okay, so apertures would include
Apertures,
the
yeah.
doors.
Those are
They
the-
close it. They're
Yeah.
not a hole.
What about the floor?
Yeah, that's not
Like the lowest floor that
Oh, this one?
forms some sort of barrier between the
And the
ground
basement is a kind of thermal control.
Yeah.
Environment.
Yeah.
So we should add like basement and attic as a part of.
Oh, yeah, the
mediates
attic,
between
yeah.
the interior.
Take roof.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the roof.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's
Because
true.
that's
The
snow.
snow.
Yeah. And also the
Shingles?
shingles, yeah, so the boards on top of it.
Yeah.
So we have basement and attic, we have pitched roof, and we have shingles.
And the eaves.
Yeah, I think it's.
And the eaves have like this little drop thing so the ripples go inside. So like it's a little bit like that.
Wait, is the attic,
Yeah, they kind of.
the attic and the basement, aren't those more thermodynamic than environmental control?
It
seems like the
part
same
of the
thing.
environment control.
But how are we distinguishing the two? So that there are two categories?
But control should be more like the.
I feel like more active, yeah, like active systems like the chimney and the windows would be environmental control. And I guess
The
because
spaces themselves are more-
rain isn't thermodynamic, everything is, but maybe rain would be, but the machines would be environmental control. I don't know.
Okay,
You
so
know, I
It
feel
can
like
be
it
both.
should be.
I mean, it can
it
be
seems like the
both.
same thing.
It
I
can-
think next
like
one,
the same-
next one.
Whatever,
That's all
yeah,
there
it's
is.
not that important.
Step 3.
Step 3.
No description. Given the inventory of parts, has the presumption of the whole building changed?
Nope.
No.
Just confirm.
Everyone said no.
I still love the window.
What is the relationship between the form and dominant environmental factors? What is a dominant environmental factor?
Well, first one is a plot shape, because it's a really high urban part, that's why the house is U-shaped, L-shaped.
Mm.
Okay.
And then second one could be the climate.
Yeah.
Snow.
Picture.
Yeah.
Snow, cold.
Sorry, what was the first thing you said? That there's L shape of the building and a tight urban
Hot.
spot.
Very high urban part.
Yeah, the cold, so there's a chimney and a fireplace. That's
Yeah.
why the chimney and fireplace.
And it's not just a timber construction, well, there's that, the knocking,
Because you have to verify it's attached.
right?
That's not attached.
But I'm saying the not, like, if it were in a warm climate, you could just have a thin wooden construction.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have chimneys.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have the infill in the wall.
Yeah.
Do we can talk about the slope of the site? Yeah, because it's like, there's like a little,
But do you think that's informing the design of the
I
house
don't
very
know, I'm
much?
just curious.
Maybe we're talking about the performance right now. It could be like time is one of the factors.
Oh,
So, I mean, we don't have to talk about just the house as it's brand new. It could be like now because of the soil,
Yeah.
different soil.
That might be the reason for the.
but I'm thinking, are we talking about things that inform the design of the house or things that inform the house as an object?
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, in which case, well, a second.
I feel like the slope was a design intention too, because at the entry, we have a raised, you know, there's like a few steps up, and then you have the door, right?
Right.
So that's to accommodate the slope from the other side.
And also, I feel like that would help with snow. Like, you don't want snow piling up and melting.
And
flowing
then
into
it
your door.
basically becomes insulating because it separates the ground from the person.
Yeah.
And also the drainage area.
so, topography would be the third factor.
Humidity.
What about, would an environmental factor be the craftsmanship that was available?
Social factor.
Yeah, so like the social environment.
This is a cool.
Well, if you're talking about social factor, then it's like capital.
It's
and
kind of fancy
available.
house.
Wait, he's a rich guy.
No, it was like, no, he wasn't a rich guy.
Oh, as well.
No, he was just a middle class.
He didn't build a house.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but you could
bought it
afford-
from someone. But
Oh,
But,
and then,
Sorry, what does humidity have to do with?
well, how are they related?
But is the house particularly?
I mean, the fact that it can be structurally intimate and not anything else.
So you're saying it's not that humid? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because if it's a humid weather, then you cannot have timber structural because it will grow and like your house is down.
But in coastal areas, they build it out of wood.
But they build less, not as long-lasting structures, I
Not really
think.
structural things. You have like little sheds and stuff like that. All the structural stuff like that. So.
Grass and geology, just because the site where they look at the resources and when
Yeah,
they're doing
cedars,
that,
right? Because there are cedars in there, not like some exotic plant.
and the components of the ground.
Wonder if there was a
The soil
scarcity
under
of
the foundation.
brick. Is that much brick? Like, I wouldn't want to just build the whole house out of brick.
the very unique material because
No.
it takes
We said
the
something about-
debris of like other buildings.
Mhm.
So
So availability of resources,
I
equity.
feel like, yeah, there must
the
be
debris of
scarcity
other
of brick around
buildings
here.
to compost them on.
Social, I wrote materials / skills available in 17th century, so.
Okay, so
Okay, I think that's enough for that part. What is the relationship between the whole building and the dominant view shed?
What is the dominant view shed?
particularly they have, we can talk about the second floor, the main bedroom, which that's where they host the fanciest room, right? That's where they host our guests. It does have 4 windows on the side to have a street view. So, and that will be the most apertures I I've seen in the whole house because that moves a lot. I guess.
Was that the first room that we went into when we went up the staircase?
Yeah. Because I read like the guy she mentioned that it's like the whole display of walls. Right? That's why they finished the floor with like and etc.
Right. Cover all the beams.
So I feel like because when I was in the basement, it was like not the basement. Like the first floor was really dark.
Right.
Because they didn't want to lose heat or like they didn't care about the view, given that like.
Or maybe it's too urban.
Yeah, they don't want
feel
people
like
to
it
There's
is
also like there are not that many views. It's like the north end is like very
congested.
tightly packed and congested, and it was like part of this big street set. So I think
Yeah.
that's part
So
of
is that
it,
what
too.
she means by view shed?
That's
That's what I would guess, but I've never.
We can just talk about
Not sure.
orientation of the building and like.
Yeah,
Shed.
it's next to the main road, right? And the entrance is on the main road.
Huh?
Such dominant money.
Oh.
Wow.
No, I guess that's kind of what we're talking about, like what you can, like the elements of the environment that you can see from a particular vantage point.
So there's a vantage point.
So, I mean, in this site, there's a narrow road frontage.
And
So-
we talk about the narrow package.
Yeah.
They have a really tiny backyard. You
Yeah.
see the site. So I guess, yeah.
Yes, you're right. So like this design is such that the main bedroom has the best views
Towards the
off the whole side, like
street.
towards the street.
Okay, all right.
While preserving.
Obviously, it's the first one.
And they orient the masonry like chimney, that really thick chimney wall. Yeah, it's abutting the neighboring building where you wouldn't have any options for views.
Oh, and I don't know if it's true, but on Main Street, like the windows are really high, so you can't.
Huh.
Is it
Yeah,
because I'm
it's-
short? Or
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, the windows.
Yeah, they
I
were really
realized the
high.
windows are kind of high, and you cannot like see.
Yeah, we could
Yeah, I
look at-
noticed that, but yeah, it's true.
Place the height of the windows and the placement of the windows.
All right, next step.
What is the relationship between the whole building and site?
I don't,
That's what we just did.
This is additional.
how good
Oh, we guess we can like pull out some of the points we just mentioned, like the placement of the chimney. It's like right against the neighboring building, and like Amber talked about the shape, the profile of the building, like follows the plot.
Yeah, it orients itself to those two.
So
Two
the
lines.
shape, the relationship is that so first there's an adjacent neighbor, then there's this plot line, and then there's a slope. And there's a distinction between street and backyard. That's like the four main side constraints.
And they don't want a front yard or the backyard, they chose that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
this is suburban.
Because they want a front home for the street.
Yeah, they want some privacy in the small yard that they can't have.
Back then it wasn't the same.
Yeah. Bob,
Um,
when was it?
It was the same ever.
Okay. Next one.
Step four.
Oh, wow, fast.
No, I have 2 more steps, dude.
Okay, it's only 3.
How much material units?
Only 3.
Oh my
that's
god.
like-
Oh, this is gonna take time.
Alright, discern the part and whole relationship.
We've done 2.
How do
How
material-
do materials connect to the material?
So we gotta go back to the material.
How do material units connect to material units?
So
I've only written this for like.
So it's like assembly.
So separate to
Hours.
Oh, I think we need to sketch for this one.
Yeah, we do.
something like how this works.
How does that work? I think it
It's
just
just the
pokes
whole
through.
Um,
We're good, identify all these.
Maybe we could distinguish between elements that connect and elements that just, that like penetrate through system.
Eventually, as many primary unit to unit connection as possible. This way each should sketch, and then we'll have like a whole set.
We just each sketch
Like we just pick.
all of, okay, we each pick one.
Yeah.
Or should we just each pick all of, no, I guess not.
Well, just draw as many as you want.
And
Let's
see what we have.
sketch for 5 minutes. Sketch.
Primary unit to unit connections.
Oh,
Yeah. Just
wood
a
to
unit.
wood.
Wood to wood or wood to brick, you know, brick, yeah.
This part's gonna look good in the video.
As if someone's gonna watch it.
Okay, I'm sure she's gonna spend as much time as it takes to watch the whole video.
Oh, everyone. She's just gonna sit there
Should we guys watch it?
and make us watch. Maybe it's like peer-to-peer assessment. Assess your peers.
questions when we were there. Go ahead.
Could someone pass me my materials, please?
How do you guys think the foundation needs work above it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's important?
And I'm looking up timber preservation.
Doesn't it just sit?
Directly on the ground.
Just like a table sitting on the foundation.
Yeah, like, there's just a bigger piece of wood on the bottom, and the column goes onto the wood and onto the stone.
So you think it's like a table of stone, then like a sheet of wood? Or is it more like stone?
Wait, the foundation, what?
Like what happens here?
Yeah, I just feel like there is this bigger piece of wood.
But you want to be something like the outlines of this, the building, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
cover the building. Like the floor, it's not part of the
Yeah,
building.
yeah, it just, it's a piece of long wood.
Do you think it just sits directly on top of that though?
Yeah.
wouldn't it make more sense for it to like be notched into the side of it so that
It's not necessary. It's not on a slide or anything.
Well,
I think it's just like the case of the
yeah, I guess if the house in itself is rigid enough.
Uh-huh. Because the foundation doesn't really have to deal with shearing forces, I guess,
Yeah.
at those moments. All the shears will be raised by the structures
Right.
on top. So
Hopefully by this point, it's rigid enough.
yeah, because all the floor plates and other gutters are locked in that form
Yeah.
together. So like the foundation is slowly dealing with the force towards downwards. That's what I feel like. Do you guys have any other proposals?
the slide.
I mean, the wood,
Yeah.
piece of wood that's.
Whoops.
Yeah, like what if it shifts?
I don't know.
And you don't think that the columns are driven into the foundation? I think it's just resting on the column.
I feel like it would make sense for there to be a box at the bottom as well as at the top. And you do see like at the bottom on the bottom floor you do see like beams near the bottom of the wall.
But do you think the cellar has its own, this is a big box that's, that supports bigger enough, and it goes back to the tanks and so on. This is everything, like,
But I guess you are saying that there is a box at the bottom. It's just that the posts sit on top of the box.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The only purpose of that is just trying to increase the surface area of contact. So like there won't be as much pressure on the soil. That will create like a sagging problem in the future. That's why
The only purpose of what? The beam at the bottom?
the posts, even though looking at this section, it doesn't increase the surface area, but like it's a long piece.
Yeah, so it's not
So,
pushing down
like,
on certain elements
yeah.
of the masonry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it won't be like hurting the masonry at critical points.
Right.
It will be
Distribute the load evenly across the.
Yeah. That's my.
Technically, what is the foundation?
What is the foundation for?
What forces?
Where's this
On
one?
the columns.
Oh,
But why?
Because it will be a point load.
It will be distributed
Yeah.
across the.
So it's probably for the soil.
it's like the basement is essentially carved out of the foundation, I think.
What is the floor of the basement though? Is it just a dirt? Like is the foundation just a ring? Or is it a surface? Like
Box
that.
without a lid.
It's when you
Yeah,
have
this is the side of the box, and then I was in this something.
when you have a simple house like that, normally like that's what the foundation looks like.
Mm.
It's
But you think they
it's
filled
a
in
fat
that?
slab.
Yeah.
And the calculation of that is normally the surface area is normally about 6 times to 8 times of the. So this surface area is normally 8 times of
I
that.
think,
For concrete.
I think this
Yeah.
the stone goes like runs the full walls of the basement. I don't think it's just 4 little pockets of stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this is, I'm talking
Yeah.
about, just to answer your question, this is to, in general, is to distribute the point loads. So like, when you have soil, like here you might be looser, somewhere tighter. So like, the modern practice, you actually calculate the footing will be different sizes.
In different moments, depending on how much
Yeah.
weight is being. Yeah. But with this, like with the masonry foundation,
This is the foundation, right?
yeah. Isn't it just like a wall? Or-
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I don't think it's a slab of
No,
masonry
no.
because that doesn't really make
And
sense.
also, I think the material, when I think about the basement,
Yeah.
I feel like the
But phosphorus
material
at the bottom
also
works.
works for the basement.
Like I think
because-
this like stone texture you can see, I think that's the same as the foundation. And like this wall,
Yeah.
that's texture. I think that's foundation.
And I feel like why,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand this concept, but then there's only what is it?
and also
It's a whole
like,
ring around there.
Well, it could be like you don't know.
The-
We don't know
the
why.
cellars.
I think.
and also even though it's a thin piece of like layer, but like you increase the layer value. Also, I feel like why they do a stone base is also to serve the basement, because I think you have wood structure.
Or covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's wood sticking in and this is the ground,
Yeah,
so
so-
that will be in row
Yeah.
immediately.
They also said there was a sign in there that said originally the kitchen was in the basement, so that would make sense for like cooking and fire and stuff being
Oh,
in the
yeah.
stone part.
Okay, so generally they try to keep the wood off ground,
Yeah.
starting from the down there is like wood. Oh, down there is like stone. I guess. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like it could also sort of serve as like it could absorb small shifts in the topography because the masonry would have.
They have pockets. where they-
Yeah, it can
okay.
shift slightly without changing the top.
The elevation.
Yeah, too much.
Okay.
Whereas wood, I feel like just really small.
Alright. So for that, next one.
How do similar and dissimilar systems connect to each other? Inventory primary connections across systems.
I did that.
Wait, that's what I
It's the same drawing, that's fine. Like the next one.
How might you characterize the various logics of construction? Are they layered, monolithic, or frames with fill?
There's
Frames
Yeah.
with fill.
Okay.
Inventory instances of these logics.
Okay, well, I guess we could say that the
What's the foundation?
Well, the wall-
chimney thing is monolithic.
Okay.
Well, it's not really monolithic.
Not really much.
It's one. It's not.
It's
one
layered,
thing.
I guess.
It's layered.
But it's not framed fill.
What about the foundation?
But most of the
The
house is framed.
foundation would be.
It's not layered, but it's not.
It is layered.
This
no.
is layered. It's not like regular layers when you do put in furniture. It's not cast in one single thing. I think that's what.
Wait,
It's definitely not monolithic.
no, but actually nothing is monolithic. Well, I guess concrete
Concrete
is
is-
Well, for
monolithic.
those modern buildings, they think more.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, we're saying layered and.
It's like aggregated or additive or like something like that.
And inventory instances of.
Road
this.
foundation.
Well, so the wall thing is framed. with-
We don't have to use her terms,
Right.
though. Like, I don't think,
That's the last part I use. So it's-
yeah, I don't think calling the masonry layered is correct. I mean, maybe the brick is, but the,
What do you call that, though? Aggregated?
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not really like continuous, different layers.
Sketches.
It's like,
You can do a quick sketch. of
Yeah.
it. Give your. Let's just quickly sketch whatever the various objects and connections.
Mhm. So frame with fill and aggregated foundation. Everyone's
How about?
I'm thinking
You guys can draw.
here, diagram should be just we draw like
Main.
chopsticks like that, and then we draw shit.
yeah, just very
That's like
simple.
that's a good diagram for this.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right.
in different colors.
Nice and simple too.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll just draw that afterwards. You guys can draw some small part. Okay.
Just, yeah.
We can see our energy consumption throughout the
AGGREGATE.
Alright.
I like defining this as frames with sheet on top, or frame only, and the shingles as sheets above sheets, and sidings as strips or strips.
Sure. Sheet.
Okay.
Okay, given your inventory of the parts, can you identify critical details or sub-assemblies of parts that permit the building to perform in a certain way?
Many different ways that we say the same thing.
The building stands up and it's pretty good in cold weather.
It's very useful.
An example may be what 285 volts. This is the discussion we had earlier. How does the wooden parts connect together? We can just talk about the notches. Yeah. That's good. Talked about the notch, and we talked about the
We talk about like,
when
sorry.
you're
you're saying when we're talking about how the whole frame rests on the next to the foundation.
Sure.
There's like two bigger parts.
Yeah.
How the frame is put together and how it connects to the body.
Maybe something about the properties of wood that allow notch construction to work. Like the fact that wood is a single unit and it's not like an aggregate. It's like the entire beam can notch into another beam and they both want to maintain their, or they both.
That's the material part.
Yeah.
But not.
But what
Example.
about,
Because we don't really have like stuff like those or something like this.
No,
No,
but there are.
we assume that is the
They're like wooden
material.
pegs. I think they're wooden.
but a lot of the time it's mainly just the notch that hold it together. So wait, what is the?
So you have
We're doing-
knowledge with the foundation.
Critical, it's just critical details or assemblies. So like if the way they assemble is by their own like own properties like notches like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a new way of characterizing the construction that we haven't done like 3 times. Like, why are there different means of connection? What are the sources of the motivations of these different things? Like between bricks, you need a third, a second element of mortar. Whereas between wood to wood,
Yes.
a lot of times it's just jointing.
I guess it's because you don't have to.
I think it's because the wood is strong and tensile.
Yeah.
Strong tensile strength.
And it's malleable, I guess, because you don't treat the brick as a, you don't chop the brick.
Yeah.
To make it useful, like the wood, slice it.
And it's still
It still has some integrity.
Yeah. I don't know the word.
Okay, so in sum, that will be first the notches.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about that in a second. It's the foundation, which you each have your own proposal. One is, wait, you guys had a sort of a different takes on
One
the.
is wood on top of wood on top of stone. One is wood on top of stone.
Okay.
And then there's the stone as
Wait, where is the wood on top of the stone?
just notched into the stone.
Oh.
And then there's a proposal that it's a box without a lid, or it's the ring without either the top or the bottom foundation.
But the wood still goes into the ring. It doesn't just sit in the ring.
A box with
But like,
Did someone say that it's
Does anyone think
this is
that the foundation is the size of the entire site? Does everyone think that it's just a ring? I mean, I think that's just a ring. I don't think that this part is
yeah.
Okay.
really part of the foundation.
You mean like is the basement floor foundation? Or
Yeah, is it like a cement slab type of foundation, or is it like basically just a thickened wall that rests on the ground?
I think it's just the ring that makes sense.
Yeah,
And then ring continues to the basement.
Yeah.
Well, it is
the
the
ring is the
basement
basement
wall,
wall.
right?
It sticks out of the ground a little bit.
And then it rests or on the basement floor or is the basement floor.
That's what we
Basement
were
floor is
talking
probably
about.
just like packed earth or something.
the basement floor could be as any other floors above
Just wood.
Wood,
wood on earth.
like a little bit
Yeah.
above the earth.
Yeah, a little like this.
Yeah,
But
but that, yeah, that
Sure, okay.
wouldn't
But in a way, it's not
be the foundation.
That point is passed.
So do we
Which
Wait.
part to pull?
we don't have two, right? One foundation.
But then would it direct the
one-
earth?
Well, because
Well, it would have to be lifted up, like maybe like.
Maybe it rests on some stones.
Which parts and relationships are essential
Or the
to
wall
see
could
when
be
comprehending the
more
building's
or something.
Which
Which
part to relationships?
Well,
the
first thing
central.
is you see one beam becomes the next one beam is in one box. Like do you see like all those little connections they build out to the whole structural frame? Or even like the wall technique, like, you see the logging and the something because of like different layers of the wall.
So
But
you
I
say-
think overall it's the wooden the timber frame connection. That's like the main construction object.
So if you see like one notched connection, you can sort of understand the whole thing.
Yeah. I think it builds up. Right? You slowly like reach the last part when you're supposed to summarize it very quickly.
Last one,
Yeah.
step 5.
Wow.
We just
We just find so
get
many ways
everything
to
we
say
already
it.
did.
Characterize.
This is where it's expressed by the full heart.
How would you explain the building's logic to someone who doesn't know what we've been talking about?
It's a frame.
With stones inside.
It's a wooden frame resting on.
Wet resting on the masonry wall, though. Which is,
Yeah, frame and field based on masonry
yeah.
foundation. That's pretty much the concept of the house.
What frame filled with masonry
We should say
insulation
that
rested on what?
Timber frame.
Alright, timber frame with something
Timber frame with masonry fill rest on
with stone foundation.
stone foundation.
And clad in clapboard.
Should we say stone foundation?
Stone foundation.
Wall.
No. I think it's
like,
okay to make
wow.
a little ambiguous, so no.
Stone foundation is nothing.
Well,
Cool.
that's true.
Because we don't have any information.
They don't want to join.
Yeah.
And so it is a bit.
Okay, so what do we need to do?
We can find images.
We need 1 more hour, right?
One per step. Oh yeah.
Maximum of 5 images, 1 per step.
Really? How many hours has it been?
Yeah.
It took
I
Wayne
know,
2.5 hours.
Only 1.5.
Oh, we half an hour.
It's 3 hours.
No, two.
They don't know how long
Two
it
to
took.
Two to three, so.
They don't know how much we sped it out.
As a page.
We don't really know.
Is that weird? Did I just
do we
watch
have
this?
sketches for the first one?
Sorry, yeah.
Sasha and Troy's.
Alright, yeah. So first,
For the first image, what we need to say the first thing. That one is such a
Yeah, I need to revise it a little bit.
Wait, are the first drawings
The sketches.
the sketches that we took before we discussed together, though, right?
Or with
So they don't have.
questions.
so step 1 is.
Oh, where we
such a
identify.
Step.
Step 2 is going to be the diagram Troy was talking about, where you like draw little arrows and say, oh, this material's here, this
Yeah.
material's here.
Step 3, fortification. Step 4.
Step
Step
3,
three,
what are we
have-
doing? Oh,
we have
step
the
3
list.
is the list, right?
Then step 4, we have.
Wait, but step 3 we need an image though. It's like,
So like this,
Maybe we just-
this will be the
just-
basis of which we add images to.
It also
can
says
just take some of
maximum.
the
It also
material.
says maximum of 5 images.
So you don't
No, so each
even
step
have
has
images.
okay. Step 4,
Because all the sketches we have,
Mhm.
all the sketches and
like organize them.
So we scan all these sketches.
That's how to organize.
Oh, I didn't know that these were going to be presented.
Oh, it's gonna be presented.
We can draw it.
okay. So I'm going to do a revision of this.
You can just type this and then send it to us and we do it
I always forgot.
I can do the last
Step 5.
assemble like everything into InDesign file.
Okay.
Because we have the words we need.
I'll type this in design too.
Okay.
Just send me a Word file.
Okay, I don't have Word on my computer, so I'm going to send you a design file.
So when it's happening, you know.
Someone should do the material,
Should
the
do-
callouts.
The little circle thing. I could do that? We're just like taking it out of this drawing, right? Like we're using.
Yeah, like
No,
drawing.
we're doing a drawing and then we do like a.
Yeah, but are we making a new one of these?
No.
We're just using that and then doing the
Use
cutouts
that
from
and
it,
then, yeah.
and then little drawings of like the details. I can do that.
Not the details, just like the
materials.
material.
Okay,
It's
just
the
like an
material.
inventory of the materials
Yeah,
that
you
are in
Google
that section.
concrete, Google bricks, Google
Oh, okay.
grass.
Wait, is that step 2?
Yes, too.
That's step 2.
So not show like how they're layered. Okay, yeah.
Or you can do like
No, so
one
you're
indicator on the exterior and one within that, so like.
There's a diagram.
3 little.
so it's a diagram for step 2, part dissection. That's what you're doing. And I'll send you guys this stuff.
Yeah.
So who's gonna be scanning all the stuff? And just put it together.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you doing with step 3?
One of you guys.
Alright.
Whatever that's there.
How should I revise this though? Do you just? Well, definitely I will revise the connections for the roof because we had a discussion. And then here. So basically I will do a trace paper version. I will scan this, and on the side I do a trace paper version where we like have all these conversations. I will just do like freehand writing, like the
So
notes.
you're basically in charge of part 1.
Part 1 and
Step 1. And step 2 will be to Sasha with the materials.
Okay.
Step 3, and step 3 is right, step 2, because I think you only need to do part of step 2 because it's the materials. It means this.
Wait, we need this, the drawing?
Yeah, for step 2. Oh wait, that's for step 4.
what's that
So
one?
step 3 is more about like the site and views
Okay.
and stuff, so maybe someone could take a plan and like annotate it somehow.
I'll do that.
Does that make sense? For step 3.
I just have 3 then.
You just have 3?
I do like, it's more like just diagrammatic and,
There'll be a lot of text too.
No, with annotation, based on the text.
Step 4.
Step 4 is typing. Just
Step
pure
4 is
words.
our diagram.
Just, yeah, and that will be Kim will scan in this and
Just scan it and send it.
maybe like scan it and we can in Photoshop make
You
it
could
like-
crop-
Make them
crop-
separate, yeah.
crop out everything.
Make separate everything.
And step 5, we just put one single line, like 48 points. This is our conclusion. End of story.
I guess
Are we plotting it? No, we're not, right?
No, just
no.
upload.
Okay.
Can everyone do this on like
Structural
a
engineers.
similar format? Like landscape,
Landscape 11 by
11 by 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And don't worry about the font.
Okay. I did the video, I see, I didn't figure out how to something.
If you look through it and it doesn't, you can't even see anything, then like
No, we need to submit
No, it's
it.
just something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Extra
All this
credit, who
effort.
cares?
We went through all this. We care.
I'm saying, yeah,
We
extra
all
credit.
care.
What's
Well, she's not
wonderful
gonna hear
about
what
the
she's
house?
saying.
Let's just write it on the board. We need to make use of this. And what is it?
What?
The conclusion of the house.
Is it not?
Oh, CC.
I don't know, I'm taking it down like so you can see what's here.
Oh my God. see-
What is it? Timber.
Timber.
And then. What's your
Thanks contribution.
Masonry
masonry
fell.
fill.
What are we doing?
Someone write the next ones.
Masonry.
Masonry.
What?
Basically.
Who wants to write stone foundation?
I'm gonna write, okay, yeah, Troy. I'll write the next thing since I'm over on this side. Should we write "We love logical construction"?
It's so logical.
We should write. We gotta write the house.
Oh yeah, we gotta write the name of the house.
Hashtag love. Hashtag for review. House. Have you guys uploaded all your photos to Instagram?
I've uploaded one.
One.
It took me ages.
I just did like one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, doesn't work.
And I made a new Instagram account.
Paul
So I'm
Revere.
That one's very bad. Actually.
Someone draw Paul Revere,
Oh my
please.
god. So much love. Should I use the permanent marker?
Yeah.
Same glass windows.
You're so obsessed with this.
I love
See,
the
Troy,
windows.
all he does, takes all of our glass window drawings. It's fun. Wait, is that Paul? Oh, it's Paul.
This looks like. So this is a night.
We need to draw the English cover.
Oh yeah, the English is coming.
Red quotes. Red is in red.
Oh,
Is
no.
that Paul Revere? Oh my god.
Just wrote it. This could be the fifth image. Oh, this is our fifth image, yeah.
I was trying to do a super detailed
That's in Chinese. Why are you drawing in Chinese?
That's his gun.
Can someone take a picture of this? I'll put it on the cover page. On the cover.
Okay, I'll stand it.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh.
One.
And the picture of this. Wow.
I don't know what.
You want a planner or like
Planner.
a happy note? A planner is a good part too.
Stand on top of it.
It's really still chaotic, but a little bit more revealing of elements.
What are you talking
No.
Oh wait! Oh my god, is it in the video?
Oh wait, was I in the video? Middle fingers. I was joking for Troy's picture. Didn't know we were being filmed.
Hey, I'm not Troy.
It's Troy's picture.
That's not my picture.
I don't know.
That's his phone.
I always get the name Timo and Troy mixed up. I don't want these.
Alright, guys.
And
Good
with the
work.
bow.